Pranakasha livestream.
Hi folks, it's Matt from Pranakasha Productions, and today we have another interview with Emmanuel of Gabanja International Volunteer Program. And we're all excited because we just made our first short-term goal of our GoFundMe and just raised $1,000 to help a bunch of kids in Monrovia enroll in school. And we successfully enrolled 15 kids. And then we also bought a whole bunch of school supplies for all the rest of them. So we're all excited and onward and upwards. So, Emmanuel.
Yeah. When you was making the viewer across the world and that are our donors, right? About the conceptional or exceptional word that we have just embarked on. And what we did yesterday, it brought excitement to me. As you can see in my eyes, I want to cry. And that tears is tears of joy because this have been the first time since the establishment of this institution. And I know that God is working out things. So I'm so much grateful and appreciative for the Herculean task that you have done, Uncle Matthew, without you. We couldn't have done those things that we did yesterday to have kids enrolled in school, 15 kids, and our short-term goal was to get $1,000 in our GoFundMe, and we get that. I'm so appreciative for that. May God bless you. May God favor you. Thank you so much. And the kids are overjoyed. All the staffers are excited. So it is great that we have you. So our reason of us having you is not a regret because this have been a great impartation for the livelihood of those children and laborers, precisely the less privileged ones. So the kids send school open Monday, the first or the first of November. Many of them, it will be their first time in school since they were born. Wow. They have not yet enrolled in school. So he did so much well. He did a beautiful work, and that is so much exceptional. I appreciate you for that. I regard you so much. Thank you again, and God bless you. The kids love you, and the kids even want to say thank you to all of our viewers. So next week, Saturday, when we meet, the kids going to be on this podcast, and then we can have it on fire. So.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing. Well, the neat thing is, I just organized the GoFundMe, right? And then I'm showing you on my channel. And so I'm putting that in there, helping out on my end. But to tell you the truth, Emmanuel's putting tons of work into this. So, and there's a whole bunch of volunteers that up to this point have been doing the whole thing for free, right? Everybody's been, so, there's a huge amount of goodwill that's behind this whole thing. That's what's so amazing about it is like, okay, on one hand, $1,000 is a lot of money for anybody, right? Especially in Liberia, in Monrovia, when you convert it into Monrovia money, it's worth a lot more than it would be in the US. Sure. But on the other hand, we just enrolled 15 kids in school for $1,000. Sure. That's amazing. That's the thing that's so cool about this kind of grassroots thing is for people who want to donate and want to do some good in the world, something like this gives you so much bang for your buck. Sure. Like we were talking about last time, even if somebody donates $5, which is like half a hamburger or one latte, that can buy 12 textbooks.
Sure, $5 can buy 12 textbooks, and then they're going to be rewarded for that because even the Holy Bible, right, says the blessed is the ones that give it and the one that take it. So if your $10, your $3, your $4, you can donate it to this GoFundMe.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of blessings are going to be rewarded to you.
Right. And we're not done. That was just a short-term goal. So
Sure.
our long-term goal is to raise $10,000. In fact, to
Sure.
tell you the truth, I mean, there's no limit. The more money we can raise, the better, because we have like 1,500 kids
Sure.
that need to go to school.
Sure.
So we just want to keep going at it and then
Sure.
do some
We
good in the
got,
world, right?
yeah, yeah,
Help out
yeah.
your fellow human being.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like that, you know. But I just want to say this. You see, our country, right, Liberia. Yesterday, people were shocked. If you see those parents, they was excited, and many parents began to send their kids in, send their children to be a part of the process. But we told them that this institution is open to every children who want to go to school, because our paramount concern is to see how best to get kids off the street and have them erected in school.
Right.
But we can only do this based on our donors' funds, because our government have become a simple government, or simplest ones, who don't care about the livelihood of the people. All they do, they go out there in the national or international by using the photographs or by using some video documentaries of those people in order to pursue their own accomplishment,
Right.
which of
Yeah.
course is not cool. You understand?
Right.
So this grassroots institution like the Gabanja International Volunteer Program in partnership with the Pranakasha Productions, this is a good one. This is a block. This is a plus to our people within Liberia, and not just Liberia, but other parts of Africa.
Right.
So more we go step by step, gradually we will achieve. So
Right.
this platform, right? I want to compliment our staffs. There are a lot of volunteers that give in their times, working diligently within this institution. To take care of kids is not an easy thing. You got to be patient-minded. If you are impatient, you can't work with children.
Right. Yeah.
So this is what surprised many people. Say, Emmanuel, you are a kid, and then you help 1,500 children. How can you do this? I said, well, it is God who descended such huge tax upon man. And God did this to see how best to transform the suffering lives of those children, so that they can be transformed to someone good. They can become a president. They can be a doctor. But with that blessing that God gives me, which means cannot take the initiative. No, I need people like you. So this is why we got a lot of staffs, who order the main academically, in terms of age, educational credentials, but they are submissive. They remain committed, because to serve humanity is require passion. So I'm so blessed to have you on Kumachi. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of goodwill behind this already. And there's actually quite a bit of organization that Emmanuel and the rest of the staff have already done, again, on zero money. So now we're just giving them a little bit of money, and suddenly it just completely, everybody's super excited, right? And this is by far the best way to support something like this. Totally grassroots. All the money goes to where it's supposed to. It's not getting skimmed off by government officials or other people that are just trying to make themselves look good. No, it goes straight to the people that need it. So this is like, it's really amazing. It's really exciting to be part of this. So, and let's do it. Keep doing it. We need to spread the word. We need more donations always, and just more and more enthusiasm, and like he was saying, like 15 kids just got to go to school. Okay, that's 15 people's lives.
15 kids have been enrolled in school. Currently, as I speak, their fees were paid yesterday. We have all of the receipt, which of course that I'm going to be displaying on this podcast.
Right. And they get, and then we also bought backpacks. Every kid gets a
who buy
backpack,
book
their
bags. Yeah,
textbooks,
and
and their
I'm
pencils.
using one right now.
Right there.
This is it. I'm using one.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm using one right now. We
Yep.
donated book bags yesterday. And all of
So
the 70 kids from one cell was able to get theirs.
it's a huge thing. I mean,
Sure.
like in the US, we take going to school for granted. I mean, even the most poor kid, I mean, literally a homeless kid that has no money at all, where they have to beg on the street every day, they can still go to school, right? Because we have public schools. They still get a chance to at least learn the most basic thing, like how to read and write, you know, or how to go on the internet and how to use their, you know, go to the library and search on the internet or any of this stuff that we take for granted, right? But these kids don't. These kids can't do that. They have to pay $60 to go to enroll in school, and their parents, either they don't even have parents, or else their parents
some
are
of them don't have parents.
Yeah, quite a few are orphans because of Ebola and COVID, right?
Sure.
So I mean, every day they're begging for food, just trying to get a meal, right? So they can't possibly think of how to get money to go to school. But what Emmanuel's doing, Emmanuel's group is saying, hey, you can go to school. We can do this.
Sure.
And so those kids' lives are transformed. Like 30 years from now, they're going to look back and they're like, wow, I became what I became because somebody donated $60 out of the goodness of their heart so that I could go to school. So think about how much good this is doing. It's amazing. It's like a miracle what's going on, and we get to be part of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, it's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
See how people were donating to this GoFundMe. There are a lot of enthusiasm, and I'm so much joy. I'm overglad. I'm overwhelmed. I became speechless yesterday.
Yeah.
When I see many of the kids were jubilating, jumping up with their book bags, with their copybook. From the very first day, we told them to set for their entrance examinations. And many of them passes the entrance. They were excited. And that brought proud to the staffers of this noble institution. You know what it means? You know what it means? Since a kid was born, have not having the opportunity to sit in the classroom and took the entrance examination. They were successful. Came out, they make it, and then the institution paid their fees yesterday. Paying their fees yesterday, that money did not come from Emmanuel pocket, but it came from donors' pocket. So it was the grace of God that made those donors to invest their funds. And we are so grateful for that. Sure. And I know that God got plans. All we need to do is to be transparent, use the money for the rightful purpose, because those are things donors want, right? If you see our country today, Liberia, after the war, the 14 years civil war that our people fought back here, that make us today, we are into this abject poverty, that make even the kids do not have access to a computer. Even me, Emmanuel, I do not have that vast knowledge to computer. You understand? It is because of those.
You're doing it on your phone, right? Right now,
I do everything. I do everything on my phone, and then I have the laptop right here with me. This is it. You remember, right? You bought a keyboard, and then you also pay for the a charger.
There you go. So you have a laptop. Good.
Sure.
Wow.
So,
good. That's the sole laptop for the entire organization right now.
For the entire organization. Sure.
So at some point, we want to have an office and have a few more laptops and maybe another printer. But right now, we've got a laptop, a printer, and a phone, and a tripod, and some cool looking headsets. And that's about it as far as the high tech stuff goes. Right.
And it is good, to have all of those things
Yeah.
in order to progress.
But by the miracle of the
even-
internet, I mean, even in what little stuff you have, you're able to connect to me in Seattle,
Okay.
right? Pranakasha Productions, and then we're out here on YouTube.
Sure,
And so
sure,
because of that, now we can do stuff like this. We can get people from all over the world to
sure,
help out.
sure, of course.
Easy. You just go to the link in the description, by the way, GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Click on the link. It's super
And-
easy to donate. $5, $10, $20, $50. Someone even donated $100, whatever. I mean, whatever amount it is, it's going to go a super long way.
Sure.
So,
But you know what?
helps all these
We're going to bring excitement to those people who have donating their funds, right? Although we
Yeah.
are saying it, but they want to see the kids on the platform appreciating them, to do the song for them, and to see it in the newspaper or magazine.
Oh, right.
That they're going to believe. So by Monday, we got a story already coming up. We got a pending story.
That's
Monday
newspaper
is
article,
gonna be-
right? Yeah.
Yeah, a newspaper article. It's going to be up Monday by the grace of God. And then that link, you can have a description within the GoFundMe, and you can also see how best to have it post on the website. And I will take my initiative of having it on my Facebook page too. And you can also do the same as well. So people
Right.
can know where their funds are going and people can see the true reality.
Right. And then we also have the website for Gabanja International.
Exactly.
And we're updating that
Exactly.
regularly.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So
You
we're
know-
doing the best we can to let everybody know exactly what we're doing.
Sure.
And again, all the money goes to where it's supposed to. And then because Emmanuel is committed to being transparent, he's going to continue to show us all the stuff, all the book bags, the kids, the pencils, notebook paper.
Their parents.
And also the kids need a uniform too, right? Are they
Yeah,
supposed
they
to wear-
need uniform. They need uniform, but right now they must start within their color clothes until God can bless us, right?
Okay.
So we even asking some parents if they can help us too with uniform because it's not easy right now. The
Okay.
institution need to have an office space, right?
Yeah.
In order to do those indoor work. So it would be good that the kids' parents see how best to help us and provide for their children uniforms.
Yeah.
Sure.
For example, right now, there's no facilities, there's no office space, there's nothing. But there, luckily, in the town, there's a community center that the government created where people just can come and gather, right? And so we have some
Sure.
videos of the kids using this community center to do their classes. Like there was a classroom full of kids in the community center taking their tests and everything like that. So the way it works is we have 15 kids that are enrolled in school that are actually going to an actual school. Then there's a whole bunch of other kids that still need to go to school, but what they're doing is that they will use their book bags and the other supplies we got from them, and they will still do the informal classes that the volunteers are teaching them.
Yeah.
Correct.
Exactly. That's what
Right.
will happen. That's what will happen.
So we got
And
actually
even
two
though-
different types of things happening to keep, basically to give the kids an education and keep them off the street, keep them out of trouble, and give them the most basic tools that, again, like in the United States or in Europe or in the developed countries, this is stuff that we completely take for granted,
Okay.
the most basic education. And then, but over here in Monrovia, it's like even that, we have to help the kids to just to have the most fundamental foundation to be able to interact at all in a modern society, right?
Of course.
Just that,
Because-
just give them the slightest chance, to have their life go in whatever way they want their life to go.
Sure. Because in every nation that you see that is developed within Europe, even America, because those people believe education, and education is the key to success. So even the Holy Bible
lost him. Right at the moment of truth. Darn it all.
Well,
There we go. Yeah, we lost it.
okay.
Now you're back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, because of the network connection.
Right.
And we will see how best to figure out when time comes together. Wi-Fi is need to be held.
Yeah.
As I was saying, right? See, every nation that is developed, it is because of the amount of education that they acquire. So
Yep.
what build up every nation is education. If those children would be educated, it is because of Gabanja, and they would serve humanity.
Right.
They will serve humanity. They will know what they came from. They came
Right.
from a very poor background, and it was this one grassroots charity organization that were helping them. So
Right. I mean,
they
see,
will help to impact the world. That's
the
the easier things about it. That's
thing
the
is,
most interesting one.
right. If you can't read and write, you can't do anything in the modern world.
Sure.
You're completely cut off, right?
Sure.
That's all we're doing is
just
we're giving the kids a chance to learn how to read and write so they can do the most basic thing,
Sure. Because if those kids are educated, they won't say, oh, because politicians go out there and squander all of our opportunities, right? They will be there to make the international community know what is going on, like what I usually do to speak the truth, So this is all about moral integrity. Because if you are not educated, your mind becomes corrupt. Your mind becomes corrupt. And once your mind is corrupted, little money move you. Little money move you. Anything you see, you are anxious and ambitious of it, but you don't know how to work for it. So at the end of the day, you end up becoming an imposter, or you become a criminal, you understand?
Right.
Or armed robber, or assassin, because you are not educated. But once you are educated, you can get a better career, and then you can help the world. You can impact your nation. You can liberate your family from that poverty. You can bless all the people through your education.
Right. There's so much you can do.
This is the exciting part about this whole program.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the other neat thing is, the kids are so enthusiastic too. I mean, if you see videos of them, they're so happy. They're so full of life. They're so full of love. They're just waiting to blossom, And when you see that, you're like, I mean, how can I possibly say no to giving them a little bit of money?
Sure.
This tiny bit of money that I could give them is going to go so far,
But how do you look at their parent interaction from their face yesterday?
Right. The parent, well, some of them I also saw that some of the parents were in shock. Like they couldn't believe that it actually happened,
Sure. The only word that came out from their mouth that they were uttering to you, Father, let God bless you. Thank you so much for our kids.
Yep.
Sure. That brought several tears from my eyes.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So the parents are happy. You see, many of them, they got old before the time. They are in 30s, but you see them just like they are in their 60, 70. Right. It is because of poverty. They are now certified. And certification matters a lot. You cannot be in a country where you got your family, you're not even able to cater to have them feed. And this is the good thing that we are about to do for the kids, that their fees have been paid for. And even those who have not paid their fees, but they will also be tutored, right? They will also be catered for.
There's all kinds of things. There's so much stuff that can be used for. And so people, remember, we got the GoFundMe. It's right in the description. Click on it.
Okay.
Super easy to donate.
Sure.
It takes like 2 minutes.
Sure.
It's easy. Sure. Then you can help. I mean, whatever you can give, it's going to go a long ways. It's going to help a kid. It's going to help completely transform one of these children's lives, like for their entire life. That tiny bit of charity that you can provide is going to go a huge way. Just, again, like say, I mean, how can you say no to something like that? Just click it. So it's amazing. There's so much, it's so much, we can go so much farther with this, right? We're just starting. It's just a tiny, we just started the GoFundMe like a week ago or whatever. And we've already got I think it was 15 donors so far. It's just great. We just got to keep going with this. You know, the sky's the limit. So,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. But you know, this is what makes the entire, because the kids have already been in school. What make the kids pay attention is to have them feel whenever they come for their tutorial classes at those various cells. Because we are not just static, we have been decentralized in Montserrat County and the entire Republic of Liberia. We're anticipating on having this established there in the United States of America. So many of the kids, whenever they come, they feel thirsty, they want to eat. So what we usually do is to feed them. With that, they will give their time. So that would be an obligation for us, beginning the first of next month, to have some package for them, their foodstuffs. The volunteer female instructors will voluntarily cook for them, have them feed,
great.
and then they can give them time to tutor them. With that,
that's cool.
The kids.
So the kids get they get a school lunch. Then, so they come to school. It's likely that this meal they get at school is the only meal they get the entire day, right?
Sure. We eat only one time. Even me here too. That's the same situation we're facing. You know,
okay.
Liberians, we eat meal just one time. So if you eat meal just one time, you should wait for the next day before you eat again. So sometimes our parents, once they finish cooking, they say, that food that we give you, you need to cut it into two. You eat some and then leave some. But, you know, we can be hungry from the morning. There's nothing the breakfast, or in the afternoon, you say, I'm going for lunch. You know, you eat once and for all until the next day before you eat again.
Yeah.
Sure. So because of poverty.
Right.
Just eat shake.
Now, in the U.S., I mean, I do that sometimes. I'll only eat one meal a day, or I'll try to fast for a whole day. Of course, but it's a different deal. Like, I'm doing it because I have this idea that fasting is good for your health, which it probably is actually. But that's a lot different than in Liberia, where you eat one meal a day because that's all you can afford. That's all you get. You know, so.
But you see, what we do for the kids is this, right, Uncle Matthew? We make the kids to be in the terms of the gospel. So they fast every Thursday. Every Thursday they fast. They fast from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. So they have been addicted to that, and they are used to that already. Okay. And what we do, secondly, we teaches them biblical music, right? And then we teaches them biblical dramatic songs, so that they can know God for themselves. Because with their prayers and our prayer, we can make things happen. With that, it's going to be easier. God going to touch people's heart. There are so many people going to touch the description within the link and donate. So all of those things, we need to bring the kids out in the right way.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, there's so much stuff. There's so much good stuff that can be done. So, wow. Okay. Well, you know what? I think we should just wrap it up. You know, I think we're good. Let's just say thank you for everybody who's watching the video. Again, please donate. We made our goal of $1,000 for the first week. Our next goal is $10,000. But whatever money you can give, like $5, $10, $20, $50, $100. I mean, whatever fits your budget. The big thing is just give something. It's important also for us, not only right now to get the donations, but it's also very important for the GoFundMe, for the momentum of it, just to have a lot of donors, a lot of people that donate. That's kind of human nature. When people see that a lot of people have done it, then the herd mentality kicks in, and then they want to do it too. And so it's also just good to have as many donors, even if you can only donate $1. Even if you're a donor and your name's on there, or if you just want to be an anonymous donor, that's possible too. You can be anonymous, but just to have that in there, that really helps everything gain the momentum and help keep this thing going, keep this thing alive, get the kids a meal during class, get some more kids enrolled in school. Then there's more kids we can get backpacks for and pencils and notebook paper, and also the volunteers, the teachers. It would be nice for them to get paid a little bit, for all the time they're putting in. All these things can happen just through a simple donation to the GoFundMe. And it's right there in the description. You just click on it. There you are. Press the donate button and off you go. And everybody is supremely grateful. So, all right. Thank you.
Let me just make my party statement before we can have this discussion, close the curtain of this discussion.
Okay.
Well, I just want to say thanks so much for affording me the opportunity of appearing on the Pranakasha Production platform. And I want to thank viewers across the world for the hypnotics that they just render by listening to us, and even the ones who have the mindset of donating, even those who have already donated. I want to say thank you so much, and we look forward for your support. Your support will transform many children's lives. Your support will have many kids in school. With your support, many volunteers going to have compensation every month. With your support, every kid going to have meal. So we appreciate you so much. Thank you for your kind gesture and your humanitarian. I appreciate. God bless.
God bless. Till next time.
Pranakasha Productions. Fantastic creations emerging spontaneously from the space of life. For the benefit of all beings everywhere. We gotta change.